Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, everybody.
Good.
Weird
Before
doing a Monday live, isn't it?
7 o'clock. Yeah. Before we get started real good, let me give y'all an update on Miss Dixie. Even though she ended up going to the hospital Thursday, we was back home around 6:30 Friday morning. She's doing better, but she now has gout, so I can outrun her. But like I said, she should be fine by Wednesday. So that means I'm gonna have to watch my P's and Q's from here on out.
You have to behave yourself.
Yes, dadgummit. She sounds like my mama. Jeff, you behave now. Yeah, all right. But you all see the looks I'm getting. I'm gonna tell you.
Well, I thought we'd go over. I was reading this interesting article about what they ate in ancient Rome days. And some of it, it's kind of what we eat, so to speak. But there was a few things in there that, although, most people use Worcestershire sauce for, seasoning their hamburger or putting in a sauce or something, and it's fermented anchovies.
Now, wait a minute. Did they have hamburger back then, or was it camel burgers they had?
Well, again, this is Rome. It's in Italy, not in the Middle East.
Oh, why did I think camel?
That would have been like Egyptians. But yeah, some of the stuff is quite interesting. I looked up one of the things here, and it's basically Roman porridge is what the definition of that is. And ingredients are semiolein, water, and milk. And I'm assuming that it's like a grain. Here, let me check real quick.
Done already.
It's a hard grain left after the milling of flour, used in puddings and pasta.
To make gravy for sausage gravy.
So yeah, it's a grain, and they basically just cook it up and mix water, or cook it in water and add some milk. And it looks like they put some herbs and stuff in it and some oil or butter. Yes, they had butter back then. Mainly they put olive oil, because they put olive oil on a lot of stuff. Yeah, they use goat or cow's milk. They used mint leaves, coriander, dried savory, thyme, parsley, onions, and garlic tops, fresh cracked pepper, salt to taste, and olive oil. That's how they made it into an actual meal instead of like a breakfast or something. A lot of times they had bread, of course, because that was a main staple back then. Bread typically used to make grains were typically used to make bread, biscuits, or porridge, and that's that Roman porridge I was talking about. And that's mainly what common folk ate back then. Soldiers in Roman armies, Roman porridge recipes survived to this day, including I can't speak Italian, so I'm not even going to try that one. And these were recipes that were made or created in 160 BC. That's how long that recipe goes back that I just told you guys about. Now there's when I was telling you about the fish thing, let me go straight down to the fish thing. And this is garum is what it's called. And this is mentioned and it stands out as an ingredient in ancient Roman cuisines, a fermented fish sauce called garum. And it's also which means a choice liquor consisting of the guts of fish and other parts that would otherwise be thrown away. And they ferment it into this sauce, so to speak, or liquor. Despite this unappetizing apparel, this exquisite liquid the Romans mass-produced in delicate factories. These common varieties were manufactured a dark-colored one, a high-protein one, or a cooking one. And they were put in a lot of different dishes and stuff. But you sit there and think about that now and like, oh, gross. But, you know, like I said, we use Worcestershire sauce for, you know, cooking and stuff and salads and different things. And that's pretty much the same thing, fermented anchovies. Now, Walmart brand probably doesn't have any of that stuff. It's probably just artificial flavoring and bioengineered everything. But yeah. Now, Roman desserts. Romans were high on the list of people that had sweet tooths. They especially love and those with a lot of money could indulge in variety of desserts. Baked goods such as honey cakes and fruit tarts were common, as were homemade sweets known as delucia, which were stuffed dates. One common dessert eaten throughout Roman society was librum, a type of honey cheesecake. Ooh, that sounds good. I think there's an actual recipe for that. Yep, there is.
Did you say honey cheesecake?
Yep, honey cheesecake.
I'm gonna have to find that recipe.
Yeah, it isn't what you think.
Oh,
It kind of looks like a big cookie.
really?
Yeah. Um, Rome extended well beyond public temples and homes. Their shrines dedicated to household gods. One of the foods offered at these altars was labrum, a type of honey cake, which was also enjoyed by regular diners. Here's a recipe for you to prepare. And here, let me get a picture of that and show you. Share screen. There we go. That's what it looks like right there. And you can tell they put a bunch of honey on there.
Hey, I'd still give that a try.
Oh yeah. Probably a lot better for you now than it was back then. Or I mean, than the stuff we got nowadays.
Yeah.
Many ancient cultures placed great faith in their gods, and the Romans were no exception. Although the great and powerful members of the Roman pantheon, like Minerva, Mars, Jupiter, are well known today, quite a few religious figures are often overlooked. I'm trying to find the actual recipe. So, 1 cup of flour plus a bit for shaping, 1 cup of ricotta cheese, 1 egg, a 1/4 cup of honey, more if you like. Now, this would probably be something very cool to give a try to, you know.
Well, it's like you said, if I'm gonna try a recipe for the first time, I'm gonna go buy that recipe.
Yeah.
And after that, I think there can be some improvement, like with the honey, I'll try.
Yeah. Yeah, it says preheat oven to 350, beat egg in a small bowl, add flour, cheese, and beaten egg to separate. Larger bowl and mix well together. Once the dough has been formed, shape into a round cake using a bit of flour if necessary. Score the top of the cake. That's, making the lines and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The photo of a loaf was 2,000-year old. Holy crap. Brush the cake with a little oil and place it into a lightly greased dish of your choice. Cover and put in the oven. Leave to bake for an hour.
An hour?
Yeah, keep checking on it for the color. Take the dish out of the oven and uncover. Should be light brown, not white. So cook a little bit longer if necessary. Let set for about 10 minutes. Set on top of a plate. Pour honey over it and serve.
Well, Dixie will tell you, every time I check on something, I got to taste it. So by the time I check on that cookie and take it out, there may not be none left.
So I might want to give that a try. I have to do it after next month, though, or
Yeah.
next week, because now that probably wouldn't be keto or carnivore or anything close to that, but it'd be something good to try.
Well, come Thanksgiving, you're gonna have to say goodbye to your keto diet for at least a week.
Oh yeah, I had. I'm going to start doing a little keto here and there, and still keep with the carnivore for the majority of it.
Yeah.
But if something else comes up, you know,
Like
there's, which made a lot of sense. This guy was saying, if you're going to cheat on a diet, make it mean something, you know,
yeah.
like going out on an anniversary dinner or something. It's your 25th anniversary or something. That's something memorable that, you know, it would be worth cheating on. Not cheat on your diet because, oh, that chocolate bar looks good, you know.
I don't know. It'd be hard.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Grace, I know what you're saying, but for gout, it's black cherries are the best, not the red ones. Okay.
Hey, Pat. Good to see you. Did see Tammy was in here too. She's having connection issues. Yeah. But yeah, that looked really good. And the stuffed what you call it? Dates. I've had those before and they're really good. The stuffed dates. Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Dates or stuffed dates.
I've had some dates that were stuffed.
They ate a lot of fish, as you would know, because it's Rome right there on the ocean, well, the sea. They had pork, was the most common meat, either cooked, fresh, stewed, or roasted, or turned into bacon. So ancient Romans still had bacon back in them days. Fresh fish and seafood included tuna, eels, sea urchins, and shellfish. What else? Milk and cheese was a given. Yeah, it's Rome, you know, Italy. You're gonna have
cheese galore.
Yeah. Olive oil was a main for salads and, you know, cooking and stuff like that.
I wish I could find a good wheel of cheese.
Yeah. Oh, they saw excessive milk drinking as evidence of barbarism.
What?
Yeah, they Romans did not typically drink milk, and doing so was largely frowned upon. They saw excessive milk drinking as evidence of barbarism. And even considered butter fit only for treating burns. Ooh. And they didn't use butter for cooking. It was mainly olive oil.
Okay.
And what milk there was, it was made into cheese. They ate a lot of fruits and nuts. Romans found in growing in Syria, this was the humble apple tree, for example, was introduced to many parts of the world after the Romans found it growing in Syria. They cultivated pears, plums, apricots, and figs, as well as nuts, which were considered expensive treats, including chestnuts, walnuts, almonds, pistachios, and hazelnuts. Then, of course, there were grapes, which grapes galore there until they found out that they could turn the grapes into wine, and then they drinking wine neat was considered uncivilized, but not as uncouth as drinking beer, which was even seen as simply barbaric.
If they thought drinking milk was not civilized, I'd blow them all away if I was to drink buttermilk in front of them.
Oh yeah, don't drink that Walmart milk. That stuff is horrible.
Yeah.
I have to find a new place to get my raw milk now. Lady down the road is they're moving. And of course they ate vegetables and beans. Seasonally available, locally sourced vegetables and beans were often served as accompaniment to Roman meals. Common vegetables included lettuce, cabbage, turnips, and leeks, while wealthier Romans could afford asparagus, mushrooms, and artichokes. Legumes, which are peas and beans and stuff, are broad beans, chickpeas, lentils, also played important role in Roman diets.
Pat, are you kidding?
Bush beans, really?
The bush beans we use to make our casseroles with and stuff. No, it's another type. Okay.
Yellowstorm is giving bush beans a run for their money. Them things are really good.
I've never heard of that brand.
Oh, that it's kind of new, so I don't know if it'll make its way down south or where it started at, but I tried a can of whiskey something other and bacon or something like that, and it was really good. Yellowstone, like the show.
I'll be darned, they got their own beans out now. Long as them beans ain't nothing like blazing saddle beans, we'll be fine.
And here is some of the dishes right there that you would normally see if you were back there in them days.
Hold on, let me get a big screen on this.
If a lot of stuff is if you were on the rich side too.
That looks like carrots.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Candied carrots.
Well, that plate would be gone with a fork in my hand.
And then you have your stuffed dates over here, but I don't know what that stuff is in the middle. And it looks like you got some fish right here, and I think they call them frittatas.
Boss man, I am. When it comes to the food back then, I have no idea.
Yeah, and this, of course, is a salad. And then you would have stewed meat, whatever that is, probably pork. But I mean, it looks good enough to eat. Now, I wouldn't want any of that sauce put on there, that garum.
I wouldn't eat that salad. It ain't nothing.
You wouldn't eat the salad?
It ain't nothing there but leaves. Where's the cucumbers and everything?
They probably didn't have cucumbers.
Then that means they didn't have a cucumber neither then.
Yeah, probably not. Hey there, B.
And I did not know that there was such a thing as a cucumber.
Yeah.
Huh.
They look like little watermelons, but they're cucumbers.
Look there, I started something. I should have patented it. I mean, what you showed, I would try.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you don't know if you're gonna like it or not till you try it. And if you don't like it, there's got to be a trash can around somewhere.
Open a new tab. Boy, why are these pictures so small? Okay. This is more of a not so rich of a group would eat stuff like this.
Pat must be voice texting.
And you see, we got the beans over here. The quality of this picture kind of sucks, but you have your eggs, your nuts right here. Looks like chestnuts, really small chestnuts at that, or olives. It could be. Although there's like olives up there. Oysters. You gotta have your wine.
Of course. Apples, your grapes.
Well, I don't know why the onions are sitting over here with the. I'm assuming those are peaches.
No.
And grapes.
It looks more like turnips.
No, it's got the little stem on the top right there.
Yeah, it does, don't it?
And the little root to the bottom.
Huh. Yeah, I wish I had cheese again.
Oh, this is a cool image. Let me bring this one up. This is they're cut. Oh, I can't talk. They're silverware.
Cutlery.
Yeah.
Okay.
That too.
Well, we can really zoom into this one. There's all their knives and stuff.
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
Some spoons over here.
We got a pocket knife.
And these are the dried beans.
Hey, right there's the cheesecake again.
Yeah.
That's something I'd love to try right there.
Eggs.
What cheesecake?
The honey cheesecake back then.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give that a try. Because I got except for the ricotta, I'd have to go get that.
I got to go get everything.
You don't have any honey or flour?
Man, no, is it would it be self-rising or would it be plain?
Just flour, because it's not a rising cake or anything like that.
Okay, it'd be plain flour, which I got. Right, I got that self-rising. I need
1 cup of flour, 1 cup of ricotta cheese, 1 egg, and a 1/4 cup of honey.
Let's see, I may have a tablespoon of honey. That's it. But have you checked the price on honey lately? My God.
Well, I get it from a farm.
I mean, those honeybees must be working in the gold field.
No, I haven't. I've got a quart a year ago for $10, so now it's probably 20.
Oh my! Hey, I'll send you a gallon jug up there and let you fill it up for me.
Yeah, I know. Honey isn't carnivore, even though people think it is because it comes from a bee. Bee is not an animal, and it's an insect, and it's kind of like bee puke.
Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Chicken Noodle Girl, I got one question. You said you made a homemade pumpkin pie. I know there is a certain type of pumpkin that you use for cooking, but do you gut it and peel it and cook it like that? Throw it in the pot and cook it? I forgot. Literally, I have forgotten how to do it. I've done it one time.
Well, there's a couple ways. If you get the pumpkin, a lot of people just put the half it or quarter it. After they take the seeds out, they'll put the pumpkin in there, skin and all, and then once it's baked, then they scoop it out. But you can peel it if you want, but it seems like a wasted step. Most
Okay,
people
she
just
roasted hers.
open a can.
Well, see, like I said, I worked with a guy who told me how to do it, and I went home and done it. I'm gonna tell you what, that was one of the best pumpkin pies I think I have made. But I prefer a sweet potato pie.
Oh,
Because
I like sweet potato. Yeah.
pumpkin gives me indigestion, but I won't turn it down.
Well, see, that's the thing. If it's fresh right there, a pumpkin that's baked in the oven, roasted.
Yeah.
Oh, so much better than the can. So much better. I mean, it's night and day.
I explain how to roast it in the oven. I mean, you just put it in there and let it cook.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now there are some people that put seasoning and butter and stuff on their pumpkins, the inside. You
Yeah.
basically you quarter it, cut it in half and then cut it in
Right.
half again. And after you scooped everything out, and then you lay it on in a pan and roast it in the oven
About how
until it
long?
becomes soft, and you just get a spoon and go.
Okay. Okay. I got you. I'm gonna have to go get one and we'll try it again. But it ain't Thanksgiving, it's gonna be for us.
Oh, you talk about honey, right?
$8 a pound.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
I was fixing to ask her where she live at now.
But I got mine. It's probably I'd have to look at the video whenever I did my fermented garlic.
How many pounds is in a gallon?
How many what?
Pounds to a gallon?
Oh,
Let's see, you got 16 ounces. That's a pint. So we take
well, fluid ounce and the weighted ounce are
two
different.
things.
Yeah.
Darn it. I'm glad you stopped me before my mind got to going. 64. Really?
A pint is yeah. Well, I said it was last year. It might have been 2 years ago when I got a quart for $10.
A pint is a pound?
Yeah.
Damn, that's heavy.
Well, honey's thick and bulky.
Yeah. So it would take 2 pints to make a quart. My God, 8 and 8, 16. So it would take. Just let me know where you live at. I'll be up there and pay you cash for you. I hate doing that. I really do. Me doing that is like you and 101 doing numbers in your head. They say you what, 21? He's 17.
I ain't been 21 in a long time.
8 pints to a gallon. Wait a minute, I may not be coming up there then. I'll have to take a second mortgage out on my house.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and drop a link to this Librum.
Grace, I'm glad you told me. Oh, wait a minute. Darn, it done went off.
And that's the recipe and everything, what it looks like and the history of it and stuff.
Okay.
You can actually get a lot of information there.
How do I save it? Let's see.
Bookmark it.
I've never bookmarked nothing.
If it's in your browser.
Yeah. Mobile bookmark. Damn, I hear it raining pretty good.
I usually just drag it to a folder or something on my thingamabob. I can't while I'm in StreamYard though. It doesn't allow that.
Yeah, I'm noticing in that. I can't even save it like I want to.
But yeah, I think I'm going to give that a try here next week.
Oh, wait a minute.
Some honey on it. Only problem with honey is this thing.
What's
you
that?
Get honey stuck in the beard, and it's horrible. Honey and syrup. Oh man, you go to comb it out and go because it sticks your hairs together.
I've not run across that problem yet. I haven't been to IHOP in a while. Yeah. Dixie don't like IHOP.
I probably wouldn't either nowadays. Back in the day, Waffle House used to be the thing.
Tell me about it.
But nowadays,
it got
some of the stuff that goes down in there. And it's always in the news. Last night at the Waffle House, 2 individuals did this, and
last 2 or 3 times I ate at the Waffle House, I ended up getting sick. So B says water removes honey.
Oh,
Do
yeah. Yeah.
Soap with it?
Yeah. I end up having to wash it out, but it's still, if you're eating pancakes or you have something with honey on it, because when I was working at Roll King, there was people sick there, so I would take my fermented garlic, which just the honey part. I wouldn't eat the garlic, and I would try my darndest not to spill any, but it would always get me somehow. I would be like, you know, making
Hey,
sure I'd cover my mouth and try to put it in there without it getting me.
what, Grace, can you knit a bib for Bushcraft's beard?
Oh yeah, maple
I don't,
syrup. Oh,
I don't think I've ever ate none from Canada or Vermont. I've always had that but a watered down syrup.
well, when it comes when you because you have to boil it for a long time.
Yeah.
Um, I've never made it, but I've seen it being made and stuff. I know a girl up in Canada that does her own maple syrup all the time. She makes her own,
Really?
and yeah, they'll go have a 2-gallon buckets from each tree, and they'll dump it in a bigger one and a bigger one, and they'll have like 20 5-gallon buckets, and they'll end up with maybe one 5-gallon bucket after they're done
Okay.
of syrup. Now, my grandpa made birch syrup, which is done the same way.
Hmm. Well, now when you getting that syrup out of the trees and everything, you said you had to boil it down. All right.
Yeah,
Uh, I know.
basically boiling all the water out of it.
Okay, okay. That answered the question I was trying to ask.
Oh, oh, yeah, it was good. Um, and that's been ages since did that. Yeah, birch tea is good too. Another thing, you, you probably heard of this sassafras.
Yes.
Yeah, we go out, um, we'll find some young sassafras, which is about the time to go out right now and do it. But
Uh-oh.
unfortunately, there's very few sassafras in this area. I'd have to go down below the Zanesville area. Um,
I've had some sassafras tea, which is
oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
that stuff. And of course, allegedly doctors say it's bad for you and whatnot, but um, I grew up on it. If somebody was sick, that was the ticket back in the day.
Yeah.
Of course, my grandpa would make the tea and then put a little kick to it.
Hmm.
So you're guaranteed when you drink that, you're going to sweat that night.
Well, that's the main thing right there is sweating all that stuff out of you. You
Yeah.
know.
And my dad used to tell me that he had got really sick. He had some kind of ailment back in the day where his temperature was very high. My grandpa went out and killed a skunk and took the glands
Oh
of the
no.
skunk and rubbed it on his chest. And 2 days he was cured. Allegedly, not a doctor or anything, but yeah.
How
Um,
I'm gonna
and
go back.
evidently that was a type of remedy for stuff it would pull anything that was out in your chest and stuff, would pull it out. He said
Now,
he stunk for 2 weeks. We felt better.
well, now I'm gonna bring something up. I very seriously doubt a lot of people know how to make it. Daddy, he told me one time, and I can't remember. It's called a mustard pack.
Oh yeah.
And they say that will cure just about anything. But you ain't gonna have no friends for a good while.
Pepe Le Pew. No women for 2 weeks. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he said he had to sleep out on the porch for a week.
Lord have mercy. Well,
And there was everybody knows what a hot toddy is.
Yeah, it's pretty good. If
Yeah.
you put right stuff in there.
Yeah. And my grandpa created the stuff, so I guess that's a good word to put it.
There is one type of drink I cannot handle. Believe it or not, that's bourbon. I can handle moonshine. I cannot handle bourbon.
Well, that's like that old granddad. That's bourbon. I get one. When I was a kid, that's the last time I drank it. Not a kid, but close enough. I was 16, 17.
Dude, look, I was buying the stuff at 16. Well, back then, drinking age was 18. Back in the day.
Ours, in Vegas, it was 21.
Well, the day I turned 21 was the day they bumped it up from 18 to 21. And that was the first time I ever got carded. And I've been going to this place for years buying beer and, well, let's say alcohol. The only reason he carded me then is because the owner was in there with the ATF guy or something like that or whatever.
Yeah.
He looked at my birthday. He looked at me. He said, "You've got to be kidding." I said, "No." He said, "Happy birthday," and I ought to pull you out of the car and beat your tail. Been buying it since I was 16 from him.
Yeah. We actually had somebody because of, and it was at Safeway. We went in there and bought it before. You know, the thing is, if I went in there by myself, I would have been fine. But we had people with us and they said, "Well, you got your ID?" Yeah, but not the one you want. So we went outside and a guy came up and I gave him $20 to go buy us some bottles of this and that. And we should have been, told him what we wanted instead of just you pick 3 or 4 bottles off of the shelf. Because he picked peppermint schnapps, peach schnapps, and old granddad, which none of those go together. And
neither does wine and beer.
Oh man, that was some horrible stuff.
Or should I say, Mad Dog 2020 in beer? Come think about it, Mad Dog didn't go with nothing.
Yeah, I was going to say it was pretty good. You mix it with Dr. Pepper, but
now peach schnapps, I'll sit there and drink that all day long straight.
I can't stand schnapps. Anything now, especially peppermint. That's like
my daughter. I can't think of the name of it, but by God, she could sit there and drink that peppermint stuff. I tried it. No.
Yeah. Now, I used to go in the casinos and sit there and play the slot machines and stuff. And they'd come up and serve me alcohol all the time when I was 15, 16. Because I didn't look like I looked older then. Because I had gray hairs in my goatee at the time, even back then. And never got carded except for once, but he knew I wasn't 21.
Okay.
And they worked me over with the clubs and stuff to get me to leave. The only thing is I had friends. My friends were
Yeah.
they worked for guys in suits. They were collectors.
It's
And
nice to have friends like that at times.
and to this day I can honestly say those two brothers, because they were brothers, Roger and Robert, were my best friends. And it's very seldom people can actually say, everybody has friends, but
Yeah.
not like that. And I had cuts on my head and bruises all over me, and they asked me what happened. I said I got bounced out by Sam's Club security. They said, get in. And we drove over there. They go in, and he told me to pick them out. And I said, well, that's one right there, and there's another one. They grabbed him and pulled him out in front of other security, the whole casino. Nobody said a thing because of who they were, and they took him outside and done him good.
Said hello to him pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
And that's the two guys we started a band together with.
Really?
Yeah. And Roger was the one that sounded like Robert Plant. He Stairway to Heaven. You close your eyes and you couldn't tell the difference. It was like, and every place we went, he had to sing it. He hated singing that because of everybody wanting to hear it all the time. And that's the first song I actually learned how to do on the drums, because I never played the drums before. So, let's start a band. Okay. Who knows how to do this? Nobody knew how to do anything. We just sat there and did it, which was interesting.
When I first started drinking, it was Miller and Slits. That was the two most popular. It's got to the point I can't even stand the smell of beer no more. So, now I'll cook with one, but no, I can't drink it. I think I have drunk so much beer in my past that I still got some inside of me.
It's part of your DNA. That's what my grandpa and my dad said. He said, you have the DNA of and I don't know if I can even say that. Well, I'm on this channel, so it's not my moonshiner. And
okay.
My dad would always say he was alcoholic, which he was. So you should have a good tolerance. And I never, you get people saying that, oh, it's not hereditary tolerance and whatnot. But I was a skinny looking dude and I could outdrink a lot of people.
Oh, I could too. Back in the day, I'm starting to say that right much here lately. Back in the day, you would see biggest part of people walking into a convenience store getting a 6-pack just to get started. You would see me walk out with a case, and that was to get started back then. I would end up, I'm talking from 4 o'clock to about 2 when they quit serving back then. I'd go through 2, maybe be on my 3rd case, and I could still walk.
Well, it's funny. There used to be a bar here in town here called Sports Zone, and last call was like at 1:30 because they close at 2. But you know, everybody kind of likes me and stuff, I guess. But I would get to stay after everything was closed and sit down with the owner and the staff, and we would drink after it was closed. So about 5, 6 o'clock, I'd mosey on home, which I lived a block away at the time.
Grace, down here, we call that beer butt chicken.
Beer butt chicken.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would. I don't know if I want to do it the beer nowadays because majority of beer is made out of bioengineered ingredients. The grain.
Really?
Yep. And they don't have to label it that way, which I don't understand. It's still you're consuming it, so you should be able to, it should have to be labeled that it's not real food. It's actual bioengineered.
Well, now I know in the can we would add spices to the beer, for the chicken, like that.
Yeah.
And when it got through, I'm gonna tell you what, I could sit there and eat a whole chicken by myself.
Oh yeah. It's so juicy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And Aussie, I'm almost 90% sure you right with that statement. Don't ask me to pronounce that whole name. I just said Aussie. That's the only one I can pronounce.
Ozzy Mozzie.
Okay, I heard it said. I'm just wondering something, but I'm going to let it be.
Yeah, it's almost time.
Oh,
I noticed there's a difference in the time, how long we've been live and how long or what time it is. So I want to go for at least 55 seconds more. Well, I didn't on my other channel. I didn't put a poll up because I think I'm going to do it chat's option. If somebody can bring up a different conspiracy in chat, and then we can sit there, all talk about it and go to the next one, kind of like a random.
You know what? That is a pretty good idea.
Yeah.
That would get chat involved too.
Yeah. Well, they've been getting pretty involved in the conspiracy conversations. So
yeah,
because I keep a track of how active chat is on my lives, and it had went up by quite a bit. Not since they've been doing a lot of traveling and stuff. Hopefully they're. I keep saying they're slowing down, but they're not. Now that, and that brings up the other thing. Now that the seed challenge is over, I'm going to go to, for this channel, I'm going to do Sunday lives for this channel. Probably just once a week, different recipes and things like what we did tonight. And even though we've already done it somewhat, Jeff brought up we should do the depression stuff. So we'll probably do that next week. I think I did it on the other channel somewhat, a little bit.
yeah. You did do it.
Yeah.
And you brought up some pretty good ones too.
Yeah. And I think it's good to, look at some of these, the way food was made back in the day, or way back in the day, being 160 BC. Yeah. And some of the stuff we are still eating the same way, even though the food has changed quite a bit.
You ought to start like a certain week and go 1 or 2 foods per century and move on up until present. I ain't talking about all at one time, but
Yeah.
like each week, like that.
Yeah. Well, I've been kind of doing the carnivores thing now, so I can't really cook the other stuff. Well, I could, but a lot of it would probably go to waste.
Grace, ha ha. I love rock and roll. The diamond in the jukebox, baby. Dixie's listening to music.
But I can look and see. I have to switch over real quick.
It's 103. I was going to tell you to quit it at 101. I'm surprised he hadn't called, because normally he got to where he'll call when we're on the live. And
Oh, I got a good live we can go to.
What we got here?
These ladies here. This is Christine from Gillen Farms. Her and her husband just had an awesome trip. I would have loved. They did he went and bought this Trans Am and put not a new motor in it, but he had a motor that he had for like 30 years in his garage and put it in this thing and got it running. And then he drove it across the country to Tucson, Arizona and raced it.
Really?
Yeah.
I am looking for a 351 Boss.
But guys, head over there, and the name of the live is digging in the word with sisters.
I'm already there. One's a redhead and the other's a brunette.
Yep. And tell them Bushcraft sent you over, and I'll see you guys tomorrow anyway on Bushcraft Family.
All right.
But we will catch you guys later. You guys have a good day and see you tomorrow.
Out. Click.